Teamwork was a huge factor in the success of Team Canada at the 1972 Summit Series. Now that legendary team is partnering with Niagara Catholic District School Board and Brock University's Goodman School of Business to enrich student learning and bring a new focus on leadership skills to both staff and students.
Had Team Canada came to Niagara a year and a bit ago. John, who is the superintendent, was at the dinner, and we just had carried on conversations afterwards and said he would really like to see if we could work some things that we'd work with Team Canada, because the message is very powerful, aligns nicely with the educational systems, and so they said they would love and welcome the opportunity to be, if you will, to be involved at the beginning stages to develop the model in the classroom, and then our goal is then to roll it out across Canada.
We're going to provide them with the content. They're going to provide the teaching method, how they teach the students in the classroom. But teamwork being first, because of the 28,800 seconds, 8 games, 27 days, that's the underlying message here. How do you become a better team player? How do you understand team smarts? How do you respect people in your class? How do you be accountable to people in your class? How do you encourage people in your class? That's what it's about.
And where does that fit in on the curriculum?
Well, it fits in as part of Canadian either social studies or the history curriculum. But I mean, you can weave this into all kinds of development, especially within Niagara Catholic with our vast array of curriculum that we provide. But particularly as Canada celebrates 150 years this coming year of being part of Canada, this is part of Canadiana. This is part of a living legacy. It's part of our core history.
That's quite a boon for the university to be linked to this team.
Absolutely, and it came through our connections through Dennis Hull. So Dennis is a proud alumni of Brock University, and that's when the opportunity came, and got a call. And I think it was more call because I think more of my maturity and age that I would remember well. And of course, I was very excited to be involved, and it's been a very positive experience so far. We've had our service learning groups that have worked at some marketing plans for Team Canada. We have a project that we'd be able to do an MBA competition and things. We're working on that, and then of course the school system is a perfect venue for this as well.
Where do you see this team as its importance in Canada's history?
Well, in first place, we're the team of the century, which has never been accoladed before to anybody, and that's important to me.
The only team in the Canada Sports Hall of Fame as well.
Yeah, exactly, the only team in the Canada Sports Hall of Fame. For me personally, look, it doesn't really does much, I mean, I had scored 100 points, I had scored 150, first guy to score 75 goals and all that other stuff, but they seem to think that this series is what made me, and maybe it did. I can tell you this, I never, ever reached the heights that I did in Game 8 ever again in the NHL. And I had never reached it before that. And that's sad. And I think it's because of the patriotism. I did it for my country. And even though I lived in the United States and played in the United States and made my dough in the United States, it's still, this is Canada. This is my home. And I was born here.
Today's Source Story focused on the exciting new partnership between Brock University, Niagara Catholic, and Canada's Team of the Century. Keep watching The Source for a future story that will feature a more in-depth chat with the players and the coach who lived those 8 games. Reporting for The Source, I'm Mike Balsom.